From Transformers Dark of the Moon in the Cyberverse line, it is the Toys R Us exclusive of Bumblebee versus Starscream and Bumblebee versus Starscream. Double the trouble! Yes, I'm Captain Kyle, and if you recognize me, welcome back. If you don't recognize me, welcome to the channel. I go over all kinds of Transformers. Some of them are new, some of them are weird, and some of them are from 2010. And I just came across this at a toy show and was like, hey, I'd never seen that. And it has some interesting versions of Bumblebee and Starscream, so I want to go over this with you. I'm going to open it up, go through each version. There's 2 Bumblebees, 2 Starscreams, and we'll see if this is something you want to hunt down for your collection. Be right back. So yes, I came across this at a toy show. I was like, what? I was like, Amber. I looked at this and I said, what? Yeah, she does it better than me. So it actually has very interesting versions of Bumblebee. It's calling him the Cybertronian Bumblebee, though he looks like a regular car. Then there is the Camaro concept mode, though he looks like he's like shifting into it, because he's got like bluish, like holographic effects. The F-22 Raptor mode from the movies, and then the Cybertronian Starscream, which is actually from the Cybertron. I believe it was a Cybertron line. Whichever one had Supreme Starscream in it. This is the mini version of those jets, and very cool. I like that mold a lot, even the small ones. So we are gonna break these guys out and have fun. One thing I will say for these boxes, they are not easy to open, but now that it's out, I can see there are instructions, and this is from before the day, so shitty pieces of paper, so I don't have to throw that out. With my handy snippers, I will snip. These are the paper ties. I can snip from behind. Now what I'm seeing here is the 4 Transformers and 2 weapons. I'm not sure what these weapons are for. Very interesting. They don't actually show them. This one actually reminds me of a Machine Wars weapon. But let's get these guys out so we can see them in all their glory. So here we have the F-22 Raptor and this version of Energon Starscream. We have Bumblebee as, they're calling it Cybertronian mode, but it looks like it could be a regular car to me. And like when he's changing and scanning into the concept Camaro. This is a Machine Wars gun. It comes apart. It does not, however, tell me who gets this gun, but that's kind of a cool add-on piece. All right, so let's start out with the not-so-Cybertronian Bumblebee. So there he is, very small, about 2.5 inches long, so quick roll test. Does not roll all that well, but I've seen worse. And he's a kind of cool-looking car. He's got a lot of black detailing with red outlines, Autobot symbol right on the top, so not so much of a disguise. Racing stripes on the back and taillights. Black wheels, and you can see underneath he's got knees, I think that's what it is. But a cool little guy. I am not sure, I might have this mold already. But there he is as a very passable version of Bumblebee. I mean, he kind of looks almost G1-ish. The big Autobot symbol on his chest, the shape of the face, the shape of the feet. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Now, posability-wise, full Jean-Claude Van Damme. He can kick forward, he can kick back. He doesn't bend at the knee, but he can move his foot forward. And hi, Sky. Did you hear we were talking about Bumblebee and wanted to come? The arms can go all the way around, head doesn't turn, no twisting at the waist. But what do you expect from something that's basically a mini-bot, right? Now, looking at his hands, there is no place to put either of these weapons. So I don't know, are they supposed to just be bonuses? It says nothing on the box about the weapons, but all right, let's go on to the concept car Bumblebee. So a very cool Camaro. You can look at it from all sides. Yep, he's got that like holographic thing, like he's just converting into that. Quick roll test. He actually rolls better than the other Bumblebees, so I'm liking that. Autobot symbol on the front. You can see his face on the bottom, but he's kind of cool. Now I'm pretty sure I have this mold just as a concept vehicle already without the holographic, so it's an interesting paint job. Simple transformation, but he's Bumblebee. He can't do a full split, but he can kick forward, no knees, but kick forward and back and a little bit to the side. Arms can go around all the way. Head doesn't turn, but he's pretty cool. Let's take a gander at him from all angles. Ooh. I mean, for the size of the vehicle, you can't expect too much. All right, let's see. He does have hands, so maybe we can fit one of these weapons into his hand. That one doesn't seem to want to go in too far. Let's try the Machine Wars one. That seems to actually fit a bit better, even though what you're holding is normally a Machine Wars Decepticons weapon. But he can use it, why not? Might overbalance him a little bit in the front, or I'm putting him on a wobbly turntable. The turntable of wobbliness and doom. So he's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look. Now, I have another one of these somewhere. These were the really small Transformers that they put out. And it's a cool deco. He's got some silverish and green on the top here with like a very royal blue canopy and black in the front. Kind of looks very multicolored. On the bottom you can see there is some clear, so I don't know if he's supposed to be changing into this particular jet, if he just scanned it. It's got a nice Decepticon symbol there. But yeah, he flies! I am Starscream, and I look like a giant stink bug. So let's transform the stink bug. And there he is, very simple transformation. He's got the weird alien legs going on thing, and they're clear. And wobbly, I don't know. Yeah, we're not keeping him on the turntable. I will just show you all the angles from here. There's his back, there's his front, there's his side. Now his hands do not appear to be equipped to hold any weapons, so that's not a mystery solved with this one. But he's a cool little Starscream. He goes in the collection. His arms are very poseable. His legs can't really move other than like going toes out. And he's got this swivel here, so you kind of lean him to one side or the other. Head doesn't move, but very simple transformer, but cool deco. Definitely a rarity. And finally, I was very excited about Starscream Stay. I was very excited about this one because this is a very cool version of Starscream in miniature. He's basically the Cybertron jet in miniature. I have a bunch of the miniature ones. Let me make sure I'm holding him in frame for you. But yeah, very excited to get this guy. I think he's a very cool Cybertronian mold of a Seeker and of Starscream. He seems a little darker than I think Starscream usually is. Nice red wings, very black nose cone. You can see his head is hidden back here. He looks a little bit like, those triangle jets. It's kind of what they were going for reminiscent-wise. But yeah, he's a very cool version of Starscream. Now let's get him transformed. So there he is in robot mode, probably one of the more complex Transformers in this set. Very cool. You can see the nice paint detailing. You can see the turned around tail fin on his back. And of course he has the blade weapon that he can take out along with the gun weapon. So he's ready to fight. He does have holes in his fists, but way too small for this gun. So maybe Bumblebee's supposed to carry both of these? That's kind of weird. I don't know what that's all about. If you have any idea, if you heard why they included those, please let me know. I'm very curious. I may have to do a little internet research. I didn't realize until this review that there were no instructions about them other than that you could take apart the Machine Wars black weapon. But very cool posability wise. I mean, he can't quite do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, but he can do a pretty good split. Doesn't go all 90 degrees, but he can kick forward and back and to the side, bends at the knee, swivels, his arms go around. Now he doesn't really have normal elbows, so even though his arms go around, his elbows go backwards, so can't really do much there. And the head, I don't think it turns. No twisting at the waist. But still, of all these guys, I think this is the best. I think this Bumblebee is probably a close second. This Bumblebee, who only has one hand to hold a gun, is third, and then Kite Man here, who may or may not be able to stand, is probably my least favorite of these, but he's still got some cool deco. So there you have it, the Dark of the Moon Toys R Us Cyberverse Bumblebee and Starscream double set, 2 of each. And I will try to put a link to this, probably an eBay purchase, so I will try to find it for you and put a link to it in the description. But these are little guys and they're fun. And who can't use more Starscreams or Bumblebees? But I do hope that you are enjoying these videos as much as I enjoy making them. And while you are mulling these guys over, you can always take a look at actual Cybertronian Bumblebees over there as we do a comparison between the Origin one and the Fall of Cybertron Generations 1. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.